Well, hi there. Belmath1 here. Welcome to another episode of 1.13 Survival Minecraft. Now, we're real quickly approaching episode 50, and I've been doing a lot of sprucing up. I spent some time over the last couple of nights after work, and after practice, and after everything else I gotta do, kind of chipping away at making this place feel more like home. And I figured we'd go through some of it, and I've got some ideas, ease of life that we're going to try to implement today. That's the button I was looking for. No. There. Now over here at the villager farm, I finally got around to doing something with the basement. Also kind of decorated a little bit around the lighthouse. I lit up a lot using the classic trees hiding glowstone trick. And there's some sea pickles down in the lagoon. Lots and lots of bushes. I'm still really liking the bridge we built. All the path blocks make the place just feel kind of lived in. I'm really liking how this has turned out. I didn't do anything inside of the actual village breeder. It's still chipping away, it's still producing for us. But I did come down. Oh, let's go over here. Let's get those out of my hand before I waste a couple. I came down and I kind of texturized the walls and ceiling, and I rebuilt the villager. The villager sorter. It was kind of a quick and dirty design before. You can see all the little guys coming in here. When they grow up, their head hits that water. They swim up to the top, get pushed over into this, and there's a single. Let me get a ender chest out here. I wasn't as prepared as I thought. Let's get one of those there too. Project box should do it. Right? Or this one. Yeah, we'll go with that. And of course, always pick up after ourselves. You know what? Let's put this in the floor. It'll be nice to have it if we ever need it, but I don't want it sticking up out of the way. Alright, so this is what I wanted to do. So there's a single water source over there, and it pushes all of them over to this corner right here. And I have glass here so that they can't hop around. And now we can get rid of these. All that effort just for those 3 blocks, huh? I'm going to do something else with the decision-making part of it. But for now, this works. Gets them over into a little holding cell. I want to close the door, huh? But I went through this entire tunnel. Took forever. Went through a lot of vines to make all the mossy cobble and the mossy brick. I started up here to replace under the tracks with stone bricks and stuff. By the time I got here, I decided it wasn't worth pulling up all the track. Oh, did I miss it? No, I didn't. But I went through, and even though it's something that we'll probably never really see again, I know it's there. You know it's there. I did miss a spot. A couple. Yeah, I kind of went through, blasted out one wall, and then came back with a hot bar full of all these wonderful mixing blocks. And I think it works. I like it. Oh, no. Let's put that there. We'll dig our way through. I should have prepared by doing that. Ooh, yeah, let's change that to something other than just stone. So that'll work. Ooh, we have a cracked stone. Oh yeah, from where we put from the That's the block we dug up to put down the crafting table. So that'll work. Okay, so we fixed up the outside a little bit. We're producing lots of melons, lots of pumpkins. The kelp and sugarcane farms are really kicking. They're really going at it. Let's make sure. I've got to maybe add a second chest to this because the melon really does fill it up quick, even though it's not actually as many melons as it's trying to tell you. Let's throw those back in. So I did a thing. I started to... Sorry, my cat is laying on my lap and on top of my arm, so it's kind of hard to direct myself. It's a little distracting because she keeps rolling onto the keyboard a little bit. But I got sick of the view blockage that the old smelter created. Wow, am I out? Let's throw... Why are those going through like that? Huh. Alright, so let's turn it off. Where are you? Okay, I can hear you still rolling. Huh. Oh, that's why they're not running. Okay, I got it. I tried to increase the efficiency by adding that hopper right there. I designed this a little bit differently than the last one. Much easier. It's the same emptying design with the comparator coming out, going into the torch, going into the repeater, going into the powered rail underneath that. Let's fix this real quick. Okay. Technical difficulties here. There we go. But for the fuel loading and the smelter loading, I went with a pretty simple. The blocks that they bump into have the switches. The hoppers just go right down in. And by the way, these hoppers that are facing into other hoppers, they do still drop, or they do, the hopper minecart does still pull from those. So I did that just so that they're pulling more each time they make it down here. I believe there's 24 furnaces, and that's more than enough for my single player world. I did check the light level, and it's like 910 all the way across on the top, so that's good. And then there we go. No dead spots. Everything's nice and full. And everything else is easy to reach. And as you can see, our kelp farm is doing pretty well for us. So that's just a real simple, basic. Power that block, starts up the tracks. Hoppers right over top. I mean, it's much simpler than what we were trying to do last time, and it doesn't block as much view. It's just kind of a side build. I thought about making it longer, but I didn't want to block the beacon beams. I kind of like those. And what else did I do? Oh yeah. I finished up the shulker loading system for the kelp and the sugarcane farm, which, by the way, if I do say so myself, are looking really good. The sugarcane farm almost blends right in. Cactus Farm blocks it a little bit, but it is a farm, and it works pretty well. Adds a little bit of variation. I really love how this one wide of source blocks lights up. That looks amazing. With the dark color behind it, it just makes the water look that much brighter. Ah, that's what I was going to do. I never did get around to putting some mossy cobble over here. I used up most of what I've made doing that tunnel I just showed you, though. But the automatic shulker storage, I had to do a couple of end runs to fill up all of these, and I had to refill the potato and carrot ones as well. But these are much simpler. Once these fill up, I can access the dispenser, I can access the shulker. I've already gotten a full thing of kelp. Not as much sugarcane, but I'm not going to need as much sugarcane. And it's just like it's a little variation on what the tutorial I did was. In the tutorial, I had this being a half slab going up with the redstone rope on it, and another half slab here, redstone on it, going into the repeater. I just instead changed that repeater to 2 ticks and threw a piece of redstone on top of an observer. And apparently this corner is close enough. Oh, are these not getting through? Oh! Oh, that was not the right move. That was not the right move at all. I didn't knock those torches down. Actually, this seems survivable. I'll stick another one there and there. And one more piece. There we go. So what? Why was I picking up? Let's try this. Oh, it seems to be working fine. I guess there was just a batch going through there at the time, and we happened to be walking by. So all I did was I curved the water stream down. Let's see. I can probably get in there. No. Bad idea. Yeah, but I curved it down. It is going into a sign, dropping down, so it kind of ramps off into the water here. Gets curved around into a hopper that goes into the shulker. Nice and simple. And let's see, let's do that, and I suppose that'll work. Now what kind of damage did I just do? Oh, just a torch. Okay, we can live with that. I don't know about you guys, but I've noticed that pick block. Did you see the 2 torches right there? Pick block seems to be doing that lately, where it doesn't necessarily combine the stacks. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah. Other than the observer, it's the same design. The only difference really is, yeah, it's the observer and the water stream. Did the same thing on this side. You might be able to see it from here. Yeah, I did a little water stream going up, and over top of this hopper here, that hopper loads right into the shulker. And it kind of looks like a face. I think I'm going to leave it. It kind of looks like a face, though. But I also had in mind for today, let me see if I've got some supplies. I know I made way too many glass panes and way too much glass last time, so this should... There we go. And we'll grab some concrete. We'll grab some powder just in case. And we're going to want some ice. Actually. 16 is not going to do it, but 32 might. There we go. Oh, and I guess while we're right here, potatoes, carrots, really working out well. That is a lot of trading right there. So the melon and pumpkin farm, it doesn't really matter if that's pumping out as much as I'd hoped. Alright, so for today, let's get these ready. Staircase is nice and all. You know, everybody likes a staircase. It looks good. But now that we got 1.13, I was kind of thinking that maybe we can do something right there. Aha, it is a good thing. Alright, it's a good thing I brought both of these. So let's grab some panes. 2 stacks. Probably won't use them both. I overestimate. Or I always overestimate when I'm making resources for stuff like this. So I want to go like that. I'm also going to need to get rid of that. And those. I should have gotten the shovel out, but you know. Alright, let's go. Well, it'd be easier just to go up top, huh? Or not. Where does that come up? Let's see, let's grab my temporary blocks. There and there. 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 Okay, there we go. So now I want these. A little bit of that action. And I think we're going to just surround it with glass panes. Kind of like this. As well as the column I'm standing on currently. Let's put ourselves a little. There we go. So I should be able to take some ice, do a little bit of that, and not have any water spilling out. Yep, that works. Oh! Why? I know why. Alright, well. Yep, so now that's waterlogged glass. Okay. I started to run into the same problem with my kelp farm. I had to be real careful with that. So let's... Yeah, we're gonna have to do it this way. Yeah, unfortunately, that block and that block being waterlogs the block in the middle. That's not so ideal. Although, all right, where's all those carpets? Was that it? That was it. Okay, good. So can I squeeze in there? I cannot. Project box. Yeah, project box. Those can be waterlogged. Wood parts. That's not as clean as I wanted it. That would have looked so good with... Yeah, that would have looked so good with just the glass panes. Now it would work if I yeah, I don't know. Just because I'm not absolutely positive which ones are source blocks. I'll just do a little bit of that. Can I squeeze through there? I can. Let's head on upstairs. Yeah, I think having a quick up and down elevator will be pretty beneficial to us in the long run. I just gotta figure out a way to make that per floor. Let me have a little think about that. So we're back, and I've come up with a couple of different designs, and I'm not sure which one I want to go with. This one, I've gotten it to work for multiple floors. You got your up elevator. In this case, it took us up to here. And then if I float back down, actually I could have just used it. Then I've got the downspout. And all I gotta do is kind of walk forward as I'm going down. The down is pretty easy. You just kind of step forward into the glass pane, and you'll stop on the floor. The up one isn't so easy, so I had to use full glass blocks. At least that one has to be full glass, and I just decided to make the whole column full glass. But if I'm pushing forward and turning back around towards the door, or just backing into it in the first place, it does a pretty good job at stopping you on the floor that you want to be on. I'm not so sure about how it looks though. I mean, it works, but another option that I was thinking of was just having an upspout, because I can kind of float down. Well, not right now, of course, but I can kind of go down the stairs pretty quick. And I'm thinking, I kind of like this. It feels like it needs something else, but it disturbs our walls the least. And it's just kind of easy to step into. Of course, I got a trap door right there. Now let's go all the way to the bottom. Show you how that one works. Actually, let's go down one more level, and I'll show you the alternative design for that one. So, glass panes there and there. That seems, you know, I think I like this one the best. You can see the bubbles. You can still see the original wall behind it. And it's got some interest, got some lines to it. This one's not terrible, but it sticks out a whole lot more than that one does. This one's kind of a little bit more inconspicuous, and it's a lot easier. Because you can just step out forward from anywhere. So I don't want to go to the roof. I just go right here. Yeah, you can just kind of step out anywhere along that section right there and come out on the floor you're looking for. Makes it super easy. And it kind of fits nice and snug right in that corner right there. It won't be in the way of anything that we want to build, like any railings or furniture or anything that we want to put up here. Oh, excuse me. I think I really like it. I think we're gonna go with the variation of that. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this. Maybe I'll leave this side up until I'm done. You know, just so I don't have to build it again if I change my mind. And I'll finish out this side. Okay, good. I have another stack on me. Yeah, this one's real simple. That's not what I was going for. There we go. Yeah, I think that does look better than just the rails. And you still do see the original wall behind it. And it's lit up. And it looks nice. And it's a little splash of color. Whereas that's kind of... I don't like having to have the fence gates there. And the glowstone, I had to move it forward. I didn't have to, but the water does look better lit up. Yeah, that one. That one. Oh, that's why I can't run. I haven't been eating. I missed the top one, didn't I? Alright, that should do it. A little bit of that, and there we go. So that's all 3 floors done like this and done like that. I mean, this design works. It just takes up more space. And I've also got an idea. Let me grab my axe again. That I really think I'm going to go with. So that column gets me back up to whatever level I want. Now, what's a good way to get all the way down to wherever I want? I'm kind of thinking, see, this is the center block right here. Maybe we center it right on there. So that'll be the front, and then that's the center. And we'll have a fence post there. Okay. Let's see, how does this look? I'm thinking about taking out a fairly large swath of floor here. Have it look down onto the floor below it, kind of like that. And using my elytra to choose what level I want to go to. I want to be able to come in the door and do that. And I'm going to have it go straight down through. So with this one, yep, that looks right. So I'm going to chip away at this, and I think this is going to look real nice. I think this is going to work. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you've had something like this in a base before, and if you liked it or not. Yeah, I think that'll work. And we're back, and I'm loving it. Let me get a little food in my belly. But let's get up here and take a look down. That's gonna be amazing. We have to do some sort of rail system or something around the outside. We do have double jump, so we can use fences and still get over them pretty easily. Maybe some sort of lamp posts or something like that in the corners. And some sort of nature feature, I'm thinking, right there. So we'll come in the door and engage our elytra, go to the floor we want to. Oops, I wanted to go to this floor. Same thing. And then, yeah, and actually I kind of like, I'm surprised how well the staircase came out, because I wound up with the problem that going straight down meant going right into the staircase, and this kind of solved it. And then that nature feature and that lesser scene one back there plus this, we'll kind of tie it all together, and we'll have some more machinery over there, some more machinery over there, maybe something in the back. And I'm halfway tempted to maybe use a full 2x2 spruce going up here, or maybe even a 3x3 or something like that, and do the beacons in the middle of it somehow with some brown glass or something. Because the problem I was running into with running out of beacon right at the front of the house, that would eliminate that. That would bring it forward a little bit so it reaches out into the front yard and a little bit into the backyard and everywhere else that I can reach in the base. That very well might be what we do. I'm not sure yet though. I'm gonna have to tinker around with it. I think that might be in a future episode, because coming up towards episode 50, I would really like to you know, just get some tidying up done, some odds and ends, some maybe do a bedroom or a kitchen, maybe an entertainment room or something upstairs, and then down here is our villagers and our storage, our smelter, and then we got machine room down in the basement with all of them tied in. Ooh, wait a second, maybe I need to use a like stripped oak here, or maybe even stripped birch, just something to. Alright, anyway, squirrel, getting sidetracked. So, anyway, if you liked what you saw, you know, like, comment, subscribe. I've got an Ark Extinction series going. I have some tutorials up on my a playlist of their own, a couple of snapshot reviews, and it's just going to continue to grow. So if you liked what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and until next episode, let's get the shot. Hope everyone has a good night.